God, I feel like this is really bright. Can you even see anything right now? Who the hell am I talking to? No one watches this shit. I hate these lower-looking up angles. Cinematically, they're less attractive, apparently. I'm going to take a moment here, if you can hear a word that I'm saying over all the frickin' cars and stuff, to talk about... Oh, we got a message. Yeah, it's important. I wanted to talk about introverted intuition. Since that's been big for me over the last couple of weeks, specifically. Like I said in the last video, I don't think functions just pop up at appropriate times. They develop. Not really as needed. If they had, then I don't know. I certainly wouldn't have gotten into certain situations. It's really cold out here. I feel like I'm going to pause the video just to go get another jacket, and that's a dumb idea. Anyway, I'm going to make you watch it. That's what I'm going to do. It's a dumb idea to pause. It's cold. There's a storm a-coming. Alright. I'm back now. Yeah. This is the only hoodie I own. I've never really adopted to the fashion style. Which is funny because my dad was way lower class and my upbringing was kind of the same. Mom came from a more upper class environment, but oh man, that's another story for another day. It's already been 2.5 minutes. I want to talk about introverted intuition. The best way I can relate to it right now is with its recent kind of awakening in me. I was recently in a very good relationship. It was long distance. It was the one I talked about in the last video. And the story behind that, for anyone who wants to hear, it's a great story, is just, I had an INFP channel, she had an INFP channel. Hers actually probably was INFP, whereas mine totally wasn't, but, some of the first videos I can't talk while I'm breathing out like that. And then I have to breathe out intermittently to get everything out. Anyway, some of the first few videos I did were actually in response to one that she made. Just because she seemed interesting, I connected well with some of what she said. Even the situations that she found trouble connecting with, like she was raised in a very intellectual household with a couple of engineers, where she herself is more of a people-feeling person, more of an artistic type. And I understood kind of the opposite of that, in a sense. My whole family was a bunch of creative, feeling type people, and I very much understand that kind of person and how to foster a good environment like that. But I primarily am, more of an intellectual. Now, granted, she's also very smart. I don't think she gives herself nearly enough credit for how quick she can be sometimes. Anyway. So I made those, and she sent me it may have been a single, oh god, what was the first message she sent? It was either like a single question or a short message, or like a really long one. I know at least every one that followed was lengthy and interesting. So we connected through Twitter and then through phone and started Skyping, and even though I didn't know exactly what I was in for at the time, a relationship started to develop. And she came out with her feelings. I didn't know what to do because she seemed extremely interesting and someone I really wanted to latch onto, but didn't know how to have a relationship with her at all. Now that I look back at that, I can sit and realize that's part of I believe some of the NI, which is the big aha, where with extroverted intuition you have abstract ideas that come to you as they occur. Introverted intuition offers big realizations about a lot of things in packages. NE is like delivering the mail. It can peek, well, I mean, legally you can't do this, but let's say you could peek through any mail you wanted to. That's essentially what NE gets to do. When the package finally arrives, and I don't know what their advantage is versus NE's disadvantage. Maybe they can make more of the information or make better strides toward improving a situation or something based on having that all of that information. This really is going to be a two-part video, isn't it? Oh my god. Anyway, I'll try to hurry up. I'll stop shivering and smoking. Anyway, we got into this big, steamy, awesome, passionate relationship. It really was, bar none, the best one that I've been blessed enough to be involved in, and she's the best companion I've ever had. I'm supposed to be talking about NI here, not my broken heart, but at some point, I guess she realized that in our circumstances and with the way each of our lives was going, we couldn't keep that wheel of the relationship kind of lagging behind, trying to keep up with the rest or whatever the exact circumstance may have been. And she just kind of picked that out and ran with it and started trying to have a shutdown. And of all things, that didn't go through my head. Breaking up. It might seem like an obvious solution to a lot of people, but for me it was like, I don't know, I think we should keep trying to find a way to fit it in, and just to fit it in perfectly, and then all our problems will be solved. And it's, that was a lot of sticking with the information that I had, a lot of that TE, a lot of that just needed to get done what I needed to get done, and give me a task and I'll complete it. This wasn't that. This was like, no, the situation really, And when I finally began to accept that, by which I mean when I finally smoked a lot of weed and had a lot of panic attacks for the following, for the last 3 or 4 days, I'd never had a panic attack before that. I can talk about that, I guess. It came to me and it made sense, and I could see now, kind of into a future that allowed for both, that allowed for me, and by both I mean growing and having a career and then maybe pursuing the relationship again, or something like that. And yeah, realistically, I do realize what's more than likely to happen is that we go off, find great lives, and forget the other person exists. And the other side of that coin being that we end up saying it's a good place to start again, things still work in the way they did, work in new ways, etc. It really shocked me how blindsided I was by that just completely inactive NI. I guess I just didn't see it. It didn't make sense. I hadn't overloaded the TE, and when the NI finally came out and I finally started to mature in that sense and begin to see another side of myself and other places I could go and more potential I had, I started to realize, just kind of the value of secondary function development and all functional development, really. But beforehand, I just kind of thought, all right, TE's my big thing, and I'm going to latch the other stuff onto it as it comes. There you go. But, no, it's more about each one has its time and its development, and you get to kind of bathe in each one separately. I don't know exactly what comes after that, if they just are all succinct by the time you've developed all 4. Anyway, that's pretty much my big NI rant. I kind of want to talk a little bit more, despite the fact that people are going to be coming home very soon. So maybe I'll just go ahead and stop and start another video and see where it goes, I guess.